Hello everybody, this is CLG EU's support player Scumbag Krepo doing his Razer Academy guide, this time on Lulu. This is played on the new Season 3 patch with OP cleavers, as people like to call it. Just gonna try to give you guys a little insight as to what I do when I play Lulu, what you should aim for when playing support in general, and how to be persistent in team fights. I took a solo queue game because it doesn't really bother most people when I play ranked 5v5s. It doesn't affect you as much. Maybe people can relate more to a solo queue game. This is played on roughly 2k elo in EOS server, roughly in December. Yeah, as you can see, we're basically scouting our positions. Timo had a late base, so he's just going top. Not much happening there. Ideally we have some person scouting our raves as well for the invade, but this is solo queue, you can't expect much. We advised Cho'Gath to start at his red because we assumed Jarvan would start at his race and we wanted to mess with him a little bit. Only thing we have to watch out for is Anivia. She is rather CC heavy level 1 and she can actually poke us. But if you're lucky, Jarvan's alone, the bot lane's doing golems, and then we can really contest the rifts rather easily. I'll go into my item build right after this invade happens. Minions are about to spawn, we move up. Come from the lower side in case they're hiding in this brush, which they're not. We're getting poked a little bit, get some counter poking in return. Yeah, it wasn't the best exchange. They drop a ward, so I drop a ward as well. Just in case. Do you have vision at the race now? We can map the jungler's path, jungle path. With this ward at race early, I'm able to later drop my second ward in here, like I'm doing now. And this allows us to push really hard. There's no way Jarvan can get to us without us knowing if we start pushing. If we get pushed, the stuff gank is optional for him. No, we as the bot lane was helping on red buff as well, they were quite late on their lane, giving us the ability to push. Now their wave's dead already, ours is still alive, we're pushing, they can't stop this push ever. Eventually they'll get poked on the tower, and yeah, they will lose CS on the tower, that's pretty much what's gonna happen. So I always had to blow a ward in this rush, just because I'm zoning them in there. We hit our level 2 and we're going aggressive. I keep trading with Draven, because I know when P turns from Soraka he can keep trading with him. Little mistake missing the Q there. Ideally, when you're playing Lulu on lane, what you want to do is put your E on them, auto attack him once, and then let the Q fire off on both targets through Draven on Soraka. Cho'Gath setting up for a stuff gank, but it's bad. There's no way he can gank this lane, even if he wasn't visible by the ward. It's just yeah, a waste of his time pretty much. Right now, yeah, the minions are off HP. We try to get them into the tower so they can't get the last hits. This is what we did again. Put your pixie on Draven, auto attack him once, and then let the little lands hit both targets. For those who wonder, I started off with the 0, 13, 17 mastery spec on Lulu. I actually went for 5 potions, being 4 health potions and 1 mana potion. Yeah, we're gonna get ganked right now. Soraka will die. Yelpit makes the mistake of not flashing in time. He could have flashed the Jarvan. I did flash the knockup. Yelpit didn't. He assumed he had Valkyrie at that point, which he didn't. Because generally Corki gets Valkyrie level 2. Only because we were aggressive laning and poking so hard, he chose to go for Gatling gun, and by the time he realized, he had already died. It's not that big of a deal as he got first blood on Soraka right before the gank. I'm gonna try and let this wave not hit the tower and just last it what I can. Ideally we want this lane to be here when P comes back, or at least let him lose the least amount of CS possible. So yeah, again on the level 1 build, Fairy Charm, 4 potions, the biscuit, and then wards. pardon me. Yeah, but right now we are still in lane control. The kill did go to Draven, so he'll have a little more items than he should have. We should have avoided the death there, but we got the kill on Soraka. We have the lane in our favor. I've always been having XP. Pete's been having XP now. XP will be roughly equal. We just have to outplay them. Draven's pretty much tied on CS with Yellow Pete, although he based a little later, so he will have a little more items. And he will have boots up on us right now. But yeah. We're pretty much, now we're in an all-in lane. We can't win the poke war against them because Soraka has really 60 sustain. So we just have to play safe and not take too much damage and just try and keep shoving and making good CS on our tower. We can use minion aggro if they attack us if we're close to minions. I open up with a Sightstone. If you can afford it, you should rush Sightstone. If you're out of wards. If you're not out of wards, you can spec into a Cage's Lucky Pick or a Philo Stone already. But if you're out of wards and you need some item and you have 700 gold, you should get a Sightstone. Because it's much easier that way. It's an effective gold per 10 of 8.1 per 10. So 8 gold per 10 seconds if you use all the wards on it, and that's worth it if you don't have any wards in your inventory. If not, you can go for a Cages and use the wards you have left for asserting some lane dominance. Later on, you can get a Philostone as well. You can skip the Philostone. You just need a decent amount of base HP, and then you can go into a variety of items. With Lulu, if I'm ahead, I like building Twin Shadows. Because even in laning phase you can pop it and then you can always get in reach of them and hunt them down. If you're behind, Twin Shadows is not as good as an item because you won't be hunting as much, and yes, you can slow down people who engage on you, but you can do that with Glitter Lens as well. So yeah. I don't know exactly what build I will be doing this game. As always, it depends on the golden comp pretty much. Right now we're just taking the lane as it comes. We're tied in CS, although I have a little more than Soraka, so we're slightly ahead. Comparing XP, I'm ahead of Soraka in XP, so we have a window at level 6 in which we can trade. I'm getting really wary of damage I take because I don't have much sustain left. And it's a Soraka Draven lane, so trading is not that optimal. We just want to tie farm at this point. Unless we can burst Soraka. It's a pretty dull laning phase, but as you can see, we're pretty safe. We have a ward against stealth. We knew we were getting pushed. We read the lane, so there's no point warding cross brush per se if your mid lane doesn't ward this properly. They did this time though. But you can ward cross brush, but if you can't get there, this ward's fine if you're getting pushed. If you have this ward and this ward, you're essentially gank free if they're pushing you, unless they start diving. Coming pushing out, you want to get a ward here. The beauty is you can replace those wards with Sightstone at different locations, because there's only a maximum of 2 wards, but you do have 4 stacks. So in total you can place 4 wards. That's why Sightstone is so worth it. Right now Pete's saving up some rockets because we want to go for the all-in. We're both level 6, Soraka's still level 5. They don't come close, so they know we have a window of opportunity here and they're backing off. They have the advantage of being able to take golems whenever they please. We don't, so we just stay on lane. Gonna speed up the progress a little bit now. I'm not gonna divulge too much in what's happening in the other lanes. I will assess them more in teamfights though. Pretty much even in the game right now. Going back into the game, just tie farming both of us. Right there, Soraka gets close, I can EQ auto her. Her heal is down, so we can turn on Draven. We win the trade. If she uses heal on herself, Draven is really weak. He's forced to ulti the wave, allowing us to do even more pressure. We have to be careful for stealth ganks, that's the only thing. Right now, if you have enough mana, you should, try and EQ the minions and get to them, or Glitter Lance the hero straight up. But that's your goal. They want to go for me. We're going aggressive here, but right as we go aggressive, we spot the Jarvan, and that's when we back off. Flash to knock up right at the last second. Beat Valkyrie's out, still retains his flash. Yeah, we got Soraka ulti down, we got Soraka's exhaust down. Draven barrier is down as well. So all in all, a very good trade for us, seeing as we dodged the gank. I just have to be relatively careful now. The only reason I'm staying is because I can hold the wave from very far away with my E-cube combo. Again, I replaced this ward earlier. When I mentioned the ward positions earlier, you could see that the ward was here and at the beginning of this brush because of our push position. That's no longer needed. I replaced the wards here and here, and now we were able to put the aggression on ourselves. Cho'Gath did not know Jarvan was in here. If he does, that's why Pete's running in here. This fight is a little more ugly than it should be because Cho'Gath overextends and doesn't feast immediately. If Cho'Gath should have feasted way earlier on the target to put some threat. I managed to save him with my ulti. He's missing a lot of ruptures. And finally feasted. If we knew Jarvan was in here, if Cho'Gath knew that, he would have walked in straight and we would have won the fight 100%. We still won though. Traded pretty well. I was forced to use my both my summoner heal and my ulti. On Lulu, summoner heal is very strong with ulti. You can really keep people alive with shield, heal, and ulti. Yeah. After the trade, we pretty much pushing the creeps. Always make sure you're pushing the creeps if you can, because they will lose an entire wave. Only example where you don't have to do it is when the lane is frozen in place, and then they will lose the same amount of creeps just to their creeps outnumbering yours and the wave dying. So yeah, we're going back into the laning phase. Beats double Doran's boots, Vampiric Scepter into Longsword. I picked up a Cage's Lucky Pick instead of the Philo, as I was not lacking real regen. I just wanted to trade better and do the EQ combos better. As you can see again, straight ward into Dry Brush. Combined with this ward, we're very safe on bot lane right now. We have no vision on this brush, so that's why this ward has to be placed on the edge, because we can't place it. We can't place it further because I can't face check the brush. Orianna tried to gank, got spotted. Game carries on as normal. Right now we wanna zone them when we can. They're slightly stronger in burst trades, but they have more sustain. Pretty much an equal lane by now. But they should not be able to all-in us. EQing them for poke, backing off myself. He turns, Soraka overextends way too much. Has to blow her ulti. Beat dashes into the wall. Mediocre Valkyrie there. Soraka saved her heal, flashes up again. I'm getting her with my little hands. Should have dodged the second tick of Draven ulti, but I was actually in fact scratching my ear because I thought everybody was outside of my range. But yeah, see, this is what it is. We had really convincing trade right there. Everybody thought we just won the lane right there, but no. Soraka sustained so well that if we don't kill them 100%, we have to back off. No biggie deal because we pushed the lane. We'll come on lane with more items and we'll be able to burst them this time. As Soraka ulti is down. Yeah, I'm building my preparation of my Philo, and so I got some regen. Cho'Gath gets some free XP on this lane. Laning phase will continue. We're helping Orianna on our blue buff. We have nothing to do, might as well help our teammates. And then we're moving on to Drake. Because we have a base, we know they're gonna base after, else they're gonna get screwed on lane. We have pretty much a free window for a Drake. We know their bot lane's in base, we saw that base. Anivia's zoned. Yeah, free Drake. Time the Drake. Time all buffs and Drakes if you're playing support. Mind the wards, this one's gonna expire soon. But I have a side stone, I can replenish the wards as many times as I want. We're about 15 CS ahead because the CS is on me, not on Soraka. Right now we're in the dark, so we don't know where the jungle is, so we have to be a little bit careful. Although Jarvan chose mid just now, so we can go aggressive if we want. Put another stealth ward. No. bad little lands. Bad aim there. Now I was just waiting for an opportunity which one of them overextends and we can burst them down. Basically, as we can't win the trades anymore, right now I think Draven has a blood. Yeah, Draven has a bloodthirster. Pete doesn't have a finished item. All I'm doing is preparing the range creeps with little ends so Pete can AoE them. There's no point in us poking them with rockets at the moment because they out-sustain us and they out-trade us as well. So basically, what we're doing now is just making sure we're going 6 CS for 6 CS. I will good lens the back creeps and then people rocket them. Very easy for us to farm if they don't maintain the pressure, and if they do put too much pressure they will get caught. So yeah, we're in a relatively safe position. I have my ulti, I have my summoner heal. Yellow Pete has his ignite and flash up soon. It's when his flash comes up we can go for another aggressive window opportunity. Just have to be ready for whenever Draven engages. Speeding up a little bit. Pretty much going CS for CS here. I think he'll spot the job and start ganking now. Yep, the ward spots him. We have good ward coverage. We're at the right side of the lane, they can't do much to us. I went a little aggressive there just to draw him in and fake him to come. Because if you go aggressive they think, even if it's not optimal trade, they'll get greedy. See, he's back again. Because I went aggressive, they thought we handle wards, but we do. A little bit mind games, I guess. Speeding up a little bit. They're pushing tower. Jarvan's near, we have to be a little bit careful. Cho'Gath comes to support us now, so that's fine. Good lancing waves, he clears them relatively easy, but we're getting poked down. We can take one more wave and then we'll probably drop the tower as they out-sustain us with their combo. Soraka is actually a very strong support in the new patch. Basically the addition of wards being omnipresent and oracles being less present on junglers, you can place very heavy sustain lanes. Yeah, the laning phase for us will end soon. They decide not to take the tower, so the laning phase can continue, but they could have taken the tower there. Very long laning phase, longer than usual. I'm gonna speed it up, the process, because it's pretty dull. Okay, I'm going behind Draven right now. Didn't have any wards. Getting glitter lens on him. Just trying to poke him down with Soraka not being there. I have to be wary for Soraka showing up, however. Once we get him on a low HP, we can pretty much keep him there, but if he gets topped up every time, he can out-trade us very easy. Cho'Gath's now coming for a gank, but yeah, he just runs in without caring. Misses his rupture. My good lance misses as well though, so that's pretty poor. I was a little bit flabbergasted as to what he was exactly doing. He just walked up without waiting for us to follow up. Olivia's coming now. Have to be careful. Cho'Gath stops her in her tracks though, that's good. We get the ward. Always attack wards if you can mid game. Safety ulti. You can go back, try and hold the tower, but this is too much. A little bit on my items. Draven actually overextends pretty hard and is forced to flash. That's pretty good. Yeah, a little bit on my items now. I went Ninja Tobbies, as even though their team has a decent amount of CC, they have a lot of physical damage I want to avoid, especially in laning phase. I don't want to get bursted. I want to be able to shield other people. I want to be able to trade EQs with Draven. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I went for the double GP10 and Sidestone build, so I will have a really solid late game as well. Because the lane was really safe, not much happening on either side, I could do that relatively easy. We get another free Drake, we can time it again. We pretty much have control of this game because meanwhile while all this was happening, our top lane was snowballing relatively hard. Their jungle's pretty much out of the game. Our mid lane's been doing well as well. So you can't really say we did anything to win the early to mid game. We just pretty much went equal. Dodged our ganks though. He only died once. I died not 0 times. We got ganked more than we had ganks and assists. So yeah, pretty much even laning phase. Pizza about 10-15 CS behind Draven, but I picked up 20 of our CS. So as a lane, we were exactly equal actually on CS. Spot on. So bot lane has a lot of farm left, so we're actually slightly ahead. I don't have to be near Pete now. I can just start warding up Nasher. Combination of shrooms and pink wards should make it very, very easy for us to bait them into fights. Sadly enough, as you'll see, we could let this game come to an easy conclusion. Played it properly and baited them properly. But here, Soraka overextends. I used Twin Shadows to catch her and did the EQ, and we melt her. Something you can point out, if you have map control, you can use the Twin Shadows item I just built. Slow them from range, use your speed up on Lulu to get in range, then EQ them to slow, and your gap closers will follow up. We just killed Soraka, we have pink wards all over. We pretty much got a free Baron. So up till now, our team game has been really, really solid and really, really good. But later on, we'll start throwing this game. You'll notice. Jax is coming on the corner. Teemo attacks a little too early. We should have waited until he gets fully on the corner, but yeah. He face checks. He's forced to face check because he doesn't know whether we have Nasher or not. It's due to all the pink cores I've been placing. Another thing Lulu's very good against that is against Jax. In case you didn't know, when Jax jumps in with his leap, you can stop him mid-air with Hex, and he will not do any damage to your target, and he still be in Frog. So you can essentially lower Jax's damage output by a significant amount if you hex him at the right time. Just gonna lower the sound a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We have Nasher now. The only problem we have is that it's very hard for us to push against an Anivia. If they played smart, we won't push a single tower. That's why we have to split push, and we nominated Teemo to split push as he's been doing that all day, but he gets far too greedy. Right now we want to split push mid and bottom, but he's getting caught right now. I think he'll take out the Jarvan here though. Yep, takes out the Jarvan, but yeah, shut down, definitely not worth it. This basically limits us in any push opportunity as well, because we just can't go 4v5. Yep. As you can see, I make mistakes as well. Misplaced ward just out of rush. Had to place the pink ward in there to know what Draven was up to. Orianna and Cho'Gath are in a fight here, going in for the assist. Just slowing the Draven just so I can help the Orianna. Draven essentially saved him there, but I have my ulti on him anyways. They're chasing Anivia still. He dies on a tower. He can get the egg down. 2 for 0 change. Good exchange for us. Now we can actually push it with the Anivia being dead. We have Nasher. We have enough regen. Teemo's coming, following up. So I assume we will be pushing here. People scatter instead of wanting to push. We did take their red buff. Got the Jarvan at the red buff. And this is where we start splitting up too much. Jax is getting strong. He's very good against AD carries. Jarvan went in, died. See, I hexed the Jax. He's not able to activate his E, so he gets out of hex. And we all blocked him, but the Draven comes in and mops us up. With armor buff. We should run here. For sure. Cho'Gath's going in. He's gonna die. Yeah, relatively good play for us to kill both Jax and Jarvan there, but stay too long, Draven mops him up. Draven's becoming a threat right now. It's the only thing keeping the enemy team in mid game. As you can see in fights, your main priority is shielding your AD carry, clear lancing as many people as you can, popping Twin Shadows, using your ulti not only to save but also knock up people. Yeah, free some waves left and right. Keep pink wards up at key locations. In the new patch, pink wards are a lot more valuable than they were. Of course, oracles are needed as well. Just because they only last 5 minutes doesn't mean they can be amazing for the gold that they cost. We pretty much want to split push now. Get control with shrooms and then split push both lanes. Going to see what happens next. They collapse on the Jax. Jax dies, but they stay a little bit too close. Orianna gets dunked. And she dies. And again, we are a team that relies on being 5 people. We're splitting too much. Like here I get greedy. Trying to win into gank Anivia, but I didn't even notice the fact that Timo got put so low. I have to burn my flash and my ulti to get away. Although this gave opportunity to our team to get the Drake. We have to base again. By now we can't even push anymore because the new Nashor is gonna spawn soon. We just have to prepare for that. Yeah, we want to get Nashor control again. This time Soraka has an Oracle, so we just don't want that to happen. And a solo queue is... Greed is good. Yellow Pete chased Draven, didn't get Draven, their team collapsed. Although in return we collapsed on Soraka, who was cleaning. Yeah, bad positioning by both parties. Pete shouldn't have get caught there. And Soraka shouldn't clean on her own. There's no Nashor up, so no risk yet. But an Oracle of my own, will clean most wards. Or try to at least. Not much pushing we can do here. Don't even know why we're here. Jogab just melees towers without thinking about it. I mean, range pushing is relatively safe, even if they can angle you, but meleeing towers is something you should be really careful with in solo. As we're now on voice combat, just have to follow the lead. All you can do is, if people make these mistakes, is stay very calm. Timo going toe-to-toe with Draven here. Jax is gonna go and try and kill him. I'm trying to follow up. We could turn on them. Using the twin shadows to slow them. But I've done a follow-up. Timo backed off. He didn't trust in my heal or an ulti. We could have killed the Jax there. Or at least got his GA. But that's fine. We're pushing out bottom now. Yeah, Baron Asher's up. We're just cleaning their wards and hoping they'll face check in due time. Ison build, yeah, finished Shurelias. Because we're relatively ahead in the team comp wise, and due to the nature of our team, I want to play a hunt comp in which I pop Twin Shadows, pop my Shurelias, EQ somebody, and we just zerg one guy. If they're split. If they're not split, it's still good. Shurelias to disengage, Twin Shadows to slow engagers down, Glitter Lens to slow them down, Hex to slow them down, as long as you can peel for your D carries. Shroom's very good now for us. Soraka lost their Oracle. They have to continuously check with Jarvan E. That's what we're doing, we're baiting them now pretty much. Trying to de-ward everything and bait them in, so they think we're doing Asher and then we try and kill them. It takes time, but if you Baron dance correctly, you will always gain out of it. Right now we could be doing Baron. Good team will notice that and they'll find out. They try to react by kind of pushing mid. But this gives us an opportunity to flank them as well. See, Draven had to pop his ulti right there to check Nashor, so that's Draven ulti down for us. The wall's down. Orianna has really good poke there, and now we can engage. Wall is down. I pop my Twin Shadows. As well as when problem here in this fight, slow it down, is actually I'll pause it. Problem in this fight is we engage really well, but both Timo and Orianna got caught in the same dunk, in the same stun, and in the same AoE from Anivia. I'm in there as well. This makes it a really bad team fight for us. And we get AoE'd. We won the initial phase of the team fight, but if we don't instantly burst a few people, we don't have the damage output afterwards with Teemo being dead. And yeah, we pretty much got destroyed. All I can do now is go base and hope they don't go for Nashor. We have to set up for a counter Nashor. Their team made a mistake of not taking Nashor, which means we'll probably get the next Nashor. They're afraid of our death timers. I can clean the wave. Probably can't hold the inhibitor. Because they take this inhibitor, all we can really do is chase them, cancel their bases and go straight for Nashor. That's what they have to do. If we prevent their bases right now, our lane won't be pushed hard enough and we can get a free Nashor off the bat of that one. As Demon likes to say. I assume we'll even find Jax here. Yep. Team's hunting for Jax. Jax dies. Definitely a free Nashor right now. Soraka still hasn't base. Draven is there. Nivea's back from base though. We have the map control. They don't have the wards. They have to face check again. We get Draven ulti out of the equation. They know we're doing Nashor. We finish Nashor. Jarvan jumps in. Jarvan gets poked. I still have my ulti for whoever needs it. Popping Shirelias. Naka goes down. Nivea goes down as well due to Teemo potion. If they're scattered and don't have their full power and their wall is down, we have a really good hunt team. High mobility, a lot of slows, a lot of gap closers. And yeah, even though we lost an inhibitor there, we responded accordingly, took the Nashor. Yet still we're facing a Nivea, so it's incredibly hard for us to push properly. Because of the lack of wave, like the massive amount of wave clear they have. So we still have to split push a little or wait for a mistake on their side. Right now we need to get to base and buy so we don't get caught. Meanwhile I upgraded my Sightstone to a Ruby Sightstone. Because all my gold right now is going to wards and oracles. I'm saving up for another item. Depending on the gold income it could be anything. It'll probably be some armor. Exactly. This game I'll be building a Locket of the Iron Solari. They have a lot of armor damage. We do well with regen. And I basically want to keep people alive. Huge mistake by Cho'Gath defending this tower. He could have been Zerg right there. Don't go defending tier 1 towers on your own this far in the game. It's very ludicrous. But yeah, Locket of Iron Solari is a good addition on Lulu. Gives you an extra shield. So you basically have shield, heal, shield, and your ulti to keep people alive. Which is incredible. Well, you have a really high anti-burst. On top of your defensive CC as well. Jarvan walks into his room, popping the Twin Shadows, so he gets slowed. Soraka gets slowed as well by Twin Shadows, which means we can easily hunt. And yeah, that's it. You see somebody out of position, you knew some people were top, you knew Anivia was mid, bam, pop Twin Shadows, speed yourself up, Shirelias, then EQ them, and they're slowed, and you can hunt. Just be ready, be reactive, responsive. Now, this is what the mistake is. I'll slow it down. We call split push, 3 of them alive, 5 of us, we should always win. And Teemo makes the mistake of trying to backdoor tower. And our push is ruined. Welcome to solo queue. Basically, if you want to split push, wait for one lane to apply pressure, then go to the other lane, make sure you're safe, apply pressure as well, and then balance the pressure so nobody can die and you can get small advantages. He went too greedy too early. And if you split push, put wards in their base over the wall. Right now we can't push anymore, and Anivia wave clear is too much for us, as well as the super minions. So another stalemate until Teemo responds. Finished my Locket of the Iron Solari now. Fast forwarding to the next team fight. Here we go. We've gathered up. Now we're waiting for an opportunity. We see Draven split. Actually, that was their pings, we didn't see that. But yeah, we have to split push again. Oh, Teemo gets caught actually. Trying to save him, but yeah. Another class. Let me pause that before we go into the next part of the fight. Timo wanted to put a shroom in this brush. The mistake he made obviously is going too close to the brush, gets walled off. I don't have enough sustain to save him. Fight goes on. Chavin goes in aggressive, but we can peel, we can run away. We still make use of one shroom. Just if to kind of get away. Have to be careful. Draven and Nivea can kill us all. Cho'Gath takes the wrong path. Has to turn around. And Nivea's split, trying to poke. Nivea's flanking us right now though. Have to be careful. We should honestly back off way sooner here. Orianna ulti kinda moves. A lot of ultis going back and forth, but everybody stays alive it seems. We hold the push. Slowing Soraka down, nobody can collapse on her. And this is yet another mistake from our Timo, going in too greedy too early. Don't go for wards or shrooms in brushes. Like here, if you don't have full vision, or you're not safe, or you don't have the team to follow you up. You got walled, stunned, bursted. Nivea can do that to you mid game and late game. So you have to be aware of that. Right now, half of them are basing, half of them are pushing, and I think the enemy team's gonna make a mistake here and gonna get caught. Or maybe that was another game. Let's see, they're still grouping up. Yep, they're indecisive. They just took Drake. Yep. Jax pushes the lane alone. Thinks he's safe. People were hiding in the brush and he gets bursted down. He loses his GA at least. Again, just because you think it's safe doesn't mean you can do. If you see a brush, always assume the enemy is in there and play accordingly. Else you will run into face checks like the Jax just did. He lost his GA for no reason. Lost a lot of teamfight potential there. Nashor still isn't up, I think, as far as I see. Actually it has spawned now, so it wasn't a replay bug. It's actually really good for us. As we have really a lot of problems pushing, we have to end the games by baiting them into Nashor pit. We are really good at taking map with both Orianna Ball scouting and team mushrooms for the control, and a lot of wards coming out from me. We can get map control if we play it properly. Right now we're trying to push out mid. Let me just stress that one part really a lot. When you play in Nashor, when you want to do a Baron dance, the typical move is always to push out mid, get your creeps around here. You have vision here, that means you can collapse with your team into Nashor area, de-ward everything and ward everything again. If your creeps are here, for example, enemy has control of this lane and can move up, potentially counter push you or just flank you. That's why you either get a ward here or you push your minions. The general thought process always is push lane, collapse into an area, push lane again, collapse again, then don't reappear and bait them into it. Right now they have the control because they push the minions. We're pushing them back now. Stay away from walls, people will try and catch you over walls all the time. Ward up over walls, see if you can catch people there. De-ward where you can. The LP is getting our red buff now, so we don't have any pressure. We have to be careful in this area. They can Zerg us down. He has red buff now, so what do? We push this wave. And now we should collapse into the area here. I do. We see a lot of people here. Or at least we remember that they were there. Ward over the wall, they can't collapse through here, which means I can clean this ward. If this area is dark, I can't clean that ward. I'm telling my team I'm going to clean pit now, they should be careful. Cleaning Baron pit. Baron area is clean. What we do now is wait. Push one more wave, or if there's no wave, disappear. Force them to face check Nashor. Force them to find out what we are doing. That's how you Baron dance. Right now they're in the dark. We can go anywhere, but of course this is solo queue, so it's very hard. Yeah, big mass stacking up on bottom lane. Mid lane, we have to be careful. We do have vision in the area, so we can stack the control to get the bot wave. Essentially, this will make the bottom wave push, hopefully. So later when they have to defend here, we will get counter control. They react accordingly. Ideally, they should either take the Baron area or push. I think pushing is their mistake. I think if I was the enemy team, I would have cleaned the entirety of Baron area. All the shrooms, all the wards would have been gone because we had no way to stop them. Anyways, carry on mid now. They're pushing. It's a mistake for them to push, in my opinion. They're trying to angle us, we know that. Just have to slowly push them back now. Pop their Guardian Angels. Pop them Varch's Veels. We know our top lane's pushing. So now we keep pressure on mid. We keep them busy. And we get ready to move into Nashor. When they back off, the second they back off, we move into Nashor. Because, okay, the following happened. They back off. We know they're backing off into top lane defense. Or just maybe going for Nashor, but we have control of this area, which means that we can run really quick without any fear to this area and attempt to jack them when they come through this area to go for Nashor. Because they have to either go top lane straight through this area, which is gankable, or they have to go the long way around, and if they do that, we have a window of opportunity to take Baron Nashor. So yeah, what's gonna happen is Jax runs to the shroom, gets caught. We have vision here over the wall with their ward. Orianna does a beautiful ulti. Draven gets bursted over the wall. Jarvan goes in, over the wall. His team can't follow up. Jarvan gets melted, we're kiting. Taking as much heat as I can myself, backing off. And yeah. Basically we had a positional advantage, poked them over the wall, we forced them to fight. Or baited them in, as you wish. Jarvan goes in over terrain, his team can't follow up, Jarvan melts. Jax goes in, long way around. Draven went in, we've burst Draven and we can CC Jax. Anivia had to flee. We could finish the game right now, but the enemy team surrenders. So yeah, 0-0-13 Lulu game. Pretty much stalled out way too long due to the mistakes people did in mid game. Just go back a little bit. A lot of mistakes made early to mid when pushing happened. Especially Teemo getting caught here. Teemo getting caught here. We should split push against an Anivia. So it's a very, very delicate approach. But if executed properly, it shouldn't be that hard. As to build, yeah. Double GTP10 Sidestone into Boots. Boots upgrade into Ninja Tabi. Shirel's Reverie into... or Twin Shadows into Shirelia's into Locket of the Iron Solari. Pretty much defensive build. Peel for your AD carry. Keep people alive. You have 4 means of keeping people alive. Your ulti, your summon heal, your shield, and then your shield from Lotus. And that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoy our Razer Academy video guide and those of my team. They should all be appearing in rapid succession of each other. And that's about it. Peace out.
So, I'm going to be doing a game for Razer Academy today on Singed. It's a scrim versus Cruiser's team. I'm not entirely sure what their team name is right now, but anyways, I did fairly good in this game. I made a lot of mistakes, but overall, like, what I was supposed to do was executed pretty well. So yeah, I'll just go through this game and explain thought process